So, good evening, guys. It's finally Friday, in the words of Jim Diesel. So, welcome to I am Gareth from Burning Gas Hall and Ass. It's been a long time since I've hosted a live stream. Must be a few months now. So, got a few people watching. I've got a few people waiting, but they'll just have to wait a minute while I get my introduction in. So, as I say, my name is Gareth. I am Burning Gas Hall and Ass, along with my wife Sarah, who looks after the channel when I am not in the country. Yes, the beard has got greyer through all the quarantining and lack of haircuts. As we say, everybody's got the corona haircut. So there's a few things I'd like to discuss. We've got the man of the moment right now. The Rock Assassin is waiting in the background. He will be discussing it. He's sitting here waiting. We've got Mr. Hells on Two Wheels. He is doing his Florida trip right now. He's been everywhere from what I can see, so I'm looking forward to listening to what he's got to say for himself just now. He has went full hog, excuse the pun, on the old Harley Davidson stuff going on. And I've also got Mr. Rev Bomb in the background sitting waiting. He's going to show me his beard. Oh my God. I can just see a glimpse of this beard. Okay, so he looks like he's been dyeing that with Just for Men. So I'll bring everybody in, and if everybody wants to say hello, and don't forget to answer your questions. Now, the live stream, we have room for 10 people, guys. So anybody wants to jump on board, then feel free. All right, so I'll bring the man of the moment in right now. The man of the moment, and then I'll bring in somebody else. I've got Hills on Two Wheels, who is, for some reason, muted. Wait a minute, I'll unmute him. I don't know why. You're muted for some reason.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly, So, and then we've got Rev Bomb in the back. So,
finally,
how are we doing, guys? We doing okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
So, obviously, it's been a long time since I've done a live stream already. I think I've been away for 7 weeks, so it's quite good to catch up and see some faces, familiar faces. So it's good.
Good to see you back in the country, Gav.
Yeah. I've been trying to watch the live streams where I'm working, but sometimes the internet's not the greatest, and I just kind of catch up with it when I can, when I get some decent internet speed, and just watch it maybe like 1 or 2 days later. So looks like everybody's been having a lot of fun right now. So
If there's any Rorock wearers on this video, just a quick shout out. This is how you put on a helmet when you have a mohawk. It is possible.
I'll pull the butt plug out. Let's go.
Like there was literally a guy in the Rorock chat who's like, that guy can't even fit his like hair and his beard into the helmet. It's like, do you not know how hair works? Like, do you really think I'm like putting it up here and strapping it right here? Like what? What's going on there, guys?
Right, so I've got somebody in the background here basically telling me the Rock Assassin should be your new name.
I did see that.
Hey, so we'll go with that. So, well, I'll give you your moment to shine shortly. We're going to go through. I've got a few people watching, so I just want to do a quick introduction for everybody again who might be new watching. There's 9 people watching, and for a last minute live stream, I'm more than happy. But I have to jump straight to, like, I'll get to Rev Bomb on this beard. I'll get to him. He gets his own special 5-minute segment on this beard.
Sponsored by
Mr. Hells on Two Wheels needs to tell me more about his Florida vacation. If he's listening. No, see, he's fluffed it. See? Unbelievable.
Dude, all you had to do is take yourself off mute, not leave.
Yeah, that's right. I think everybody's here to listen to you talk about like killing Roorock. You've literally destroyed them.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I was like that bad. And like I think it's absolutely hilarious because like even in the responses on my channel and the responses in Rorock's like private Facebook group that Toby Northern invited me into this morning. Like to give everyone a little bit of backstory there, Toby actually took my video and shared it into the Rorock.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And and tagged all the administrators.
Oh my God, really?
which is perfectly fine because like I tagged Rorock in my Instagram when I dropped the video. So like, you know, I wasn't trying to hide or go under the radar. But all the comments on my video and all the comments in the Rorock Facebook page is like, oh, it's either like this is a horrible review or this is a great review, and it's like this isn't even a review. I don't even have the helmet. I'm just messing around. Like what? A bunch of people are like, oh, you don't even have the helmet. It's like, yeah, no shit. I'm just having fun, man.
Well, so I'm going to jump on this like the Rurock situation, right? I don't own a Rurock. I'm not a Rurock hater, but for somebody who's been watching from afar with all this, they've spent a lot of money on promotion, you know, especially from, you know, like marketing to designing and all this thing. What you can see anyway, and then there's engine hawk stuff. And then you get somebody like you who comes on, and I'm not saying you as a person, but you with an opinion, comes on, says what they want to say about it, and then it's almost like, oh, is that what everybody thinks now? Because we've all been thinking the same thing. Let's be honest here.
Well, and so that's the other funny part for anyone that is actually in the Rorock private chat.
Yeah.
For as many people as I had like bashing me for the video, there were the same amount of people going, "Dude's got a point."
Well, exactly. I mean, we've been talking about it for months, haven't we? It's like the only company that I know who's went through, you know, the first version 2, version 3, it's going to be version 4 soon, and I'm going, you know, like it's like you want to keep. It's like people buying a new television every 3 months because they want to keep up. You couldn't afford to keep buying these helmets at this rate. So
probably one of the funniest comments I saw was like somebody was like, "Yeah, you know, they're constantly improving," and this was somebody who was speaking on behalf of Rorock, and they're like, you know, they're constantly improving, they're constantly doing, you know, better things, and I really think by the time they get to version 5, like they're gonna have open and close vents, and I'm like, you're telling me it's going to take them 5 versions to figure out how to open and close a vent? Are you kidding me?
No, but you're totally right. It's almost like, well, what makes me concerned is that they're actually going to put the zipper on the right way on the engine hawk jacket. is it going to go from like top to bottom instead of from like, you know, from bottom to top instead, you know? So
I still can't believe like the Shockwave has all the buttons in the back. Like, who thought that was a good idea? How drunk do you have to be to go, this is awesome?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get my volume. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, make the phone call.
I don't get it. And listen, there must be somebody in marketing thinking this was a fantastic idea at the time. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not the man, but it doesn't fill me with confidence when they bring out 3 versions of the same helmet in the same within a year, and then. For example, right, and Rev Bomb will agree with me on this one. There's a reason why Shui and Arai and all these companies don't have a mass marketing campaign all over Facebook and Instagram. Their brand speaks for themselves, right? They really do. Their helmets speak for themselves.
The thing is, they tend to ask the opinion of riders, and they do a lot of posting on their pages. What would you like to see in the next helmet? And a lot of riders are actually putting their opinions in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And in fairness, like Rorock does the same thing. But I find it hard to believe that you're on version 3 and nobody was like, you know, I kind of wish I didn't have to put butt plugs in my helmet.
See, the best helmet that I ever had, and they don't make them anymore, was the Craft, which is basically a similar copy of the Simpson. And they did one called the Craft Barracuda, and it was basically like a fighter pilot with the grills at the front, all blacked out. I actually had the Craft Barracuda Carbon until I stuffed it into the side of a van and cost me.
That's not where helmets go, man.
And it wasn't until we'd actually gone to the bike show at Leicester, the trade show at Leicester, and Carl Fogarty was on the LS2 stand. Went up and had a look, and I'm like, there's some really good helmets here. Got chatting with Foggy, and I said to him, you know, have you got anything that's a little bit different that's going to pull a few people in? You know, oh God, what the hell are you wearing? And he said to me, you want to get the LS2 hybrid, but you want to get what they basically call it the Buck Rogers Cylon. It literally looks like a Cylon, and I've actually got it next to me. So this is my and it's pure chrome. The whole thing is pure chrome.
I was gonna say it's so shiny.
It is very shiny. Let me just. I keep my gloves inside my helmet. But the one thing I do like about a hybrid helmet, with the hybrid on this one, grab it, flip it up, it actually goes right over the back.
Yeah.
So it takes that right over the back. But when I actually spoke to him, I said, I tend to run a Senna. How easy is it to run a Senna? He said the LS2s have an inbuilt Senna. So all the speakers are all built into it. You buy the kit, pull all the liner out, put it in. But the best thing is the battery is that side and you plug it in on a USB and your volume control and your on-off button is there. So phone call comes in, or you can press it and hold it and actually you can talk to your phone, and then your volume controls are up and down. Well, up is at the top, down is at the bottom. It's the most simple thing to use. And to link it up to another, with Senna's linking up to another rider, you literally push and hold the center, up comes the Bluetooth, and you find the other riders. So it's the best bit of kit for £300. I absolutely love it. And they give you a free sticker. So you get the free sticker that says, stop in case of an accident, don't remove my helmet. And you get to put your blood group on it as well. So they do you a free sticker with your blood group on it. So for 300 notes.
Exactly.
I've had that 2 years, so it's due for renewal in about. I normally go about 3 years on my helmet and then change it out. That one will go out, chuck it in the bin.
So you would consider that a premium helmet, right?
I consider that a premium helmet, but I tend to only ride for about 3 years, and then even though I've not knocked it or damaged it, it would be binned out.
All right.
So I have a quick question on that one. When I bought I still have it. I have an Arai RX-7, right? And I used it for my track days when I was younger. And one of the benefits that Arai always offered was a free X-ray. So you could take the helmet to an Arai supplier or a specialist. They would do an X-ray on the helmet and see if there's any fractures or anything. And then if they would clear the helmet all good, you then just keep using it and do that every year if you wanted to do it. And what I did for the first couple of years, I would take it down to the Arai dealer here in up where I'm in Falkirk, and they would actually service the helmet for free. Because, the helmets are £600. Well, you know how much these things are. They're like a lot of money, the RX-7 GP when it was new. And when they would take it away, service it and give it back to you, and it would smell, like flowers and lavender. It was lovely when you got it back. But that was part of the Arai, contract, that they would look after that helmet for you because you've spent £600 on a helmet.
Exactly.
So
I literally couldn't own an Araya then, because I'd just be taking like little pieces of lead and shaping up, like making little shapes of dicks and stuff and putting it in the helmet before the X-ray.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you would do.
Yes.
Right, so we'll jump back to the Rurock Assassin. We're going to let everybody kind of get their chat in the side. So I need to jump down to this man, if he's paying attention. There he is. Right. So come on, spill the beans. What's been going on in Florida?
Quick, before you get kicked off again.
Oh, crap. No, hey, redneck, new technology, as you guys can see.
So how is Florida life?
Hot, sweaty.
Yeah.
And freaking awesome. But yeah, since you've been gone, you've missed a lot.
Yeah.
That's been happening with us. From getting that beast back there.
Yeah.
To all the riding we've been doing. Like what was it? Weekend before last, 1,384 miles in 2 days.
Wow. Wow. So what was that for? What was the big distance for? Where were you going?
We went from Daytona to Tampa, down the Gulf Coast, through the Everglades to Miami.
Yeah.
To Key West, back to Miami, up
Wow.
all the way
okay.
to Daytona.
Right. Did you go and see Mr. Shade Tree?
We saw him at Forgotten Angels. We went over to that Forgotten
Right.
Angels ride and hung out.
Oh,
with them.
yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah, them and Jared and Flip
Right.
Mom, all of them.
All right, cool. Right. You enjoy it? Was that good fun?
It's awesome, man. What they
Right.
got going on and they're doing, it's a really good thing.
Yeah. So I know what you're doing because we spoke before, I left back in February for work. But do you want to tell everybody what you're actually doing and this is your 5 minutes of fame? Go for it.
Awesome. All right. So what we're doing as the Hells on Two Wheels is me and my better half. We're actually going to do all 48 lower states this year.
Wow. Right.
And we started in Florida. The other thing is the big world record poker run, the Guinness Book World Record. Yep, we're doing that. So that's going to be a long 2 weeks because we're actually doing that week 2 Sturgis, 2 days in Sturgis, and then we're going to make a big loop going out to Washington, back down the West Coast, and coming back across America.
Right.
In 2 weeks.
So is this just like this is for not just for me, this is for everybody who's watching as well. Is this just something that you decided that you and the wife wanted to do, take a year out to do all this, or is this a once in a lifetime?
Yeah, this was a sitting around because of COVID.
Yeah.
And at the end of 2020, we said, this sucks. Let's go do something crazy. So we packed up our house, put it in storage, loaded what we want in the trailer, loaded the 2 bikes in the trailer, and took off.
Living the dream. That's living the dream,
In one point it is, and I'll be honest, one point it is, because man, you're riding around, you get to see all this stuff, meet all these cool people, but the whole social media aspect, people don't realize how much goes into us putting these videos together and everything else while we're doing it. So
I could totally I totally can see that. It's especially when you're not in your own home having to do it. It's like, like maybe like for the rest of us here, just the other 3 guys, like myself, Rev Bohm, and the Rock Assassin.
A lot of stuff we do is not planned. So we'll sleep, take the tarp and stuff. We'll sleep at the restaurant stop. We slept in a lobby hotel one morning. It's just part of the adventure, just real life, take off.
Exactly.
In that vein, I know that they were in the comments section, 2 wheels, 3 sheets. That's actually 2 riders. If you don't follow them, you totally should. They're fantastic, but they've done pretty close to the same thing, except they just sold all their belongings, got 2 Africa twins, and that's all they do now is just travel like South America and stuff like that. And it's pretty fantastic, some of the stuff they come up with.
We're the North America version.
North American version,
Yeah, because we were going to go up to like Nova Scotia and everything else this year, but because of the borders, we can't get across. We were going to go up and do like Cabot Trail through Nova Scotia on top of this, but that's why we're doing the world record poker run instead of that.
Let me know when you make it up into the New England area. I'll meet up with you guys.
Actually, we were talking about that today.
You don't want to go to New England. What are you going to
go to England for? Where all the cool kids are.
We were talking about that today. When we moved the headquarters again in beginning of July, we're going to move up to the Northeast since it's going to be warm before we head out west.
Okay. So, that'll be cool. That will be cool. So what's the time frame? Is it going to be, a year, or is it going to be doing this for 1 year, 2 years, or just?
Yep, it's going to be 1 year because we started with Daytona Bike Week. Next year, Daytona Bike Week will be the ending of 1 year. So we're going to start. We started with Daytona Bike Week. We're going to end it with Daytona Bike Week.
All right. Okay. That's cool. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then what happens after that? I don't mean to like be throwing, but is it back to work? It's just, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, like a little back history, like with me and stuff. I've had two very successful businesses.
Yeah.
And I've always worked and put everything else ahead of me. So
Right.
family's kind of like, this is your type of dream adventure. So ride until you don't want to ride it, and go do whatever you want to do afterwards.
No, I totally agree. So
Yeah,
to everybody watching here,
yeah,
watching here, make sure you go and subscribe to this man and watch his adventures. It's whenever I get the chance, I always trying to catch up with one and see what's going on, because I'd love to take a year out and just go. So
and I don't do a lot of over editing. I like to keep it as what happened. If we screwed up type of thing. So you won't get a lot of over editing. You'll just get a lot of who knows what happened, especially with the old lady. She's like, squirrel brain sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the last video, I'm going through all the footage, and I'm like, it's 90% of you staring at the sun. She's like, well, it was so pretty. I just kept videoing it.
Well, that's what. Some people like to watch that on video, so don't worry about it. You go into one of these apps that's meant to calm you down and control your anxiety, and that's all it is. It's just a video of the sunset, so it works the same way.
Yeah, but they're missing me up there, like jamming out.
Right. Okay. So actually, I do have a question for you. I remember I did see one video clip, and I did kind of ask, how is Mrs. Hills on two wheels? What happened? Did you have an accident on the bike, or? Oh dear. Right. Okay. Yeah. So what happened?
Great job.
All right. So
that was T-Rex arms.
Right.
Before we put the pullbacks on, so she had the T-Rex arms, and she was trying to grab, and boom.
Oh dear. Right. Okay.
But she's fine.
The
funny thing is I'm sitting, because I'm went through all the safety stuff. Worked with her before she started doing it. She was doing great, and so she was going to take this big loop around the subdivision, come back, whatever. And it wasn't 5 minutes later. Here she comes laughing and bebopping in the house. I'm like, "Where's the bike?" And she's in the ditch. She flipped in the ditch.
Oh,
so I don't know if you guys can see. So to turn a negative into a positive,
right?
While we were Daytona Bike Week, we would just have people like sign the bike.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So when the new tent comes in, I'm just going to clear coat that, and we'll just hang it on the wall as a token of what happened during Bike Week.
You know what you should do? You should auction that for charity. That would be cool.
It's actually got a lot of signatures from the big, hundreds of thousands of YouTubers type of channels, because they saw the episode, thought it was funny, and they want everybody's like, "Hey, I want to sign it." So,
well, there you go. That's a whole new series of charity right there. You probably have a lot of people who would pay good money for these kind of signatures. So, or even like a raffle or something. I don't know. So
I'll tell you the one I did like, and it was your sunset ride with all the bikes. Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there. Someone said to me the other day, he said, I know you've been doing like sports bikes for 40s. I went, yeah. He said, but you're posting a lot of cruiser pictures up. And I went, yeah, I'm doing my Instagram. we had a customer come in. He's got an Indian Scout. I think it's an Indian Bobber or something, but it's on my Instagram feed anyway. But I sat on it and I'm like, oh God, this is just such a good bike. How much are you selling it for? He went £15,000. I went, I'm getting off of it.
Wow. Yeah.
I am seriously being tempted now to the dark side. So
join the cruiser lifestyle.
I can tell. I see it in your beard.
Oh, I was going to say, it's that. It's that next week. Tune in next week, and it'll be down to here.
The
Well, just bring her out.
missus isn't a lover of it at the moment. It was all right when it had the bit of pepper, but I said to her, she's like, oh, it's getting really scratchy and itchy when I kiss you, and I went, let me get, and I googled how to get rid of a scratchy beard, and they said beard oil, beard wax, keep it washed and keep it oiled every day.
And then you somehow read diet.
I said to him, I said, I've got so much grey down here. How do I get rid of it? And someone said, no, there's this great product called Just for Men. And you get a little brush and the dye, and you put it on, and you're meant to leave it on for 5 minutes. Well, I put it on for 30 seconds, and I'm like, oh crap, this is going really dark. Within about 40 seconds, I took it off, and this is the effect of 40 seconds. But
I know measurements are different across the pond, like you know millimeters and inches and all that. By 30 seconds, do you mean a week?
No, literally 30 seconds, and it had gone black, and I'm like, oh Christ.
Are you sure you just didn't use shoe polish?
That's what it was. But one of my customers, he went, oh God, your beard looks really good. I went, oh, he said, it makes you look 5 years younger. And I went, thank you. He said, you only look about 60 now. And I went, cheeky son, I'm only 57. It may go, it might stay. I'm really getting to like it because obviously I early morning ride at 6:30 every morning in the garage. And it gives you that little bit of warmth around the chin when you're riding. But she's not a lover of it, so she. Oh, I'm not kissing you till the beard's gone. I went, that's all right. More time with the bike then.
The only issue that I have now, and probably the other two are the same, is when you put your helmet on and you go to put your chin strap on.
Yeah.
And catch the hair, and you go. It's almost that moment like somebody's just cool. And then when you go to take your helmet off, you've literally got to do that. If you grab a handful of hair, yeah, exactly. You grab a handful of hair and go like that with a helmet. It's painful. It really, really is painful. So
I honestly don't have those issues. The only problem I have is like if my beard's braided or something, it'll catch in like the zipper of my vest or something.
Whoa. Reverse. Did you just say braided?
Braided, man. Sometimes it's got to be out of the way.
Oh my God! Right, okay, right.
I don't even want to hear it. I got Just for Men below me, and I got the straightener over here.
So, listen. You can hand your man card in right now for braiding your hair. Right, that's it.
Says the guy who was just in his bathroom with a beard straightener.
He was doing the same thing 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I caught him in front of him. I was in there going.
Even worse, now you're the guy who was in the bathroom with the beard straightener for like before you came on here, and you're parking a bus on the dude below you.
Parking a bus, I threw him under it. Under the bus. So it's all good. I mean, I think part of the parcel of owning any kind of V-twin from an Indian to a Harley and Rev Bombs joining that fraternity is to get a beard. You know what I mean? Look at the military biker. I think he's looking forward to retiring and growing a beard, isn't he? And look at Jim Diesel. Jim Diesel's now growing a beard, I think. I haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, where is Jim Diesel? Jim, why are you not joining in?
That's why I started growing my beard, because I got tired of shaving in the military.
Yeah.
Just so I can finish pissing off everyone, because pissing off just the Rorock people wasn't enough. The theory I've always run by is there's two types of men in this world: men with beards and women.
Beards and women.
How
you doing, Jim?
Good. I'm good. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, good to see you.
Jim.
See, Jim doesn't
back in the UK.
Yes, back for 3 weeks this time, and then away again. So, just trying to make good off the weather. Right now, Scotland is relaxed its lockdown terms from today. We were able to leave our local district, so we can now travel anywhere in Scotland, which is fantastic news. So we can do that, and at least I can go to like the Harley dealership, or I can go up the coast or something, which is really good to do. So,
why'd you go to the Harley dealership?
Yeah. Always go to the Harley dealership.
Are you able to do your charity ride in that 3 weeks?
No,
or-
we're not allowed to go south yet. Obviously, like down towards your part of the
Oh, my
world. So
God.
we're having to wait until
Yeah.
about June. So
June.
we're probably going to wait until then.
Yeah.
So Sarah's getting things organised when I go back to work this time.
Yeah.
And so hopefully by the time we come back in June, we'll have 2 weeks to go and do it. And yeah, should be good. So nearer the time, I'll be
Cool.
posting up more and more updates as we come towards it. And
Yep.
yeah, I got information from Southampton Harley Davidson, and also is it Wars Harley Davidson got in touch. So
Yeah.
they're looking forward to seeing us coming down. So it's coming along, but they understand that lockdown's a big thing just now with the coronavirus. So
Yeah.
Have
okay,
you got the Oxford one in yet?
I've got it on my route, but they haven't responded to any of my messages at the moment. But I understand right now they've got new bike releases coming out. They've got the they've just opened up their stores as well. You know, everybody's just opening up right now, so they've got a lot going on, and they've got a lot of sales to catch up with. You know,
we've got the same at our place. We've obviously we do the 125 Lex Moto Chinese imports. This week, Lex Moto 2 weeks ago they released the LXR, the new Euro 5 LXR. Put the video
Right.
up. I was expecting a couple of hundred hits. I'm at 5,500 now. It's like thank you very
Wow.
much for everybody
Okay.
that's. It's gone stupid, and obviously they've just released the Aura, they've just released another scooter, and then they've just hit me with another bike this afternoon and said we're going to send you a bike for next Monday. It's
Right.
being the streamer goes up. The actual release is 10 o'clock on the 19th.
Right.
We're gonna get the bike to you for the 20th. Can you
Okay.
ride on the? I'm on holiday. I've got a week off next week. I'm going to spend some time with the wife. I need a week out from the garage. I've
Yeah.
done 18 months flat out now,
Right.
without a break. So I said to him, I need a week out just to recharge the batteries, get back into it. I've got so much YouTube to catch up on. I think I've got about 150 bikers that I follow. And I'm constantly watching about 4 hours every night and trying to comment on everybody's feed. Yeah, so it's a bit of a nightmare trying to catch up with stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously the new bike comes out Monday, and there's already spoilers going out, and people are losing their dealerships for spoiling the surprise. I've seen it. It's a good bike. It's going to be good, but I'm not going to ride it for a week. But we're doing a lot of the big bikes now. I've just bought myself, obviously the boss of the garage just bought in 2 BMWs, just bought a Phaser.
Right.
We just bought an R1200. I took 2 out today. They've been up on the Insta. So I've done the XJR 1300. That BMW scooter, Jesus Christ. I've never known a 650 scooter hit.
Right.
I went up against the boss's son. He's got a BMW M3, and we come off the roundabout the same speed, and I pegged it off the throttle, and I kept up with that BMW M3 on a 650 BMW scooter, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
That video is going to go up in the next couple of days, but
Right. Okay. I'll look forward to that one.
yeah, it shifts. I'll tell you, that thing shifts
I can imagine.
for a large maxi scooter. Yeah, really good. But I love my old retros, but that XJR was just awful. But I've got 4 more coming. I can't wait to get on a few more bikes. And best news of all, I sold the R1 at last. Guy was looking around, and he'd obviously been on eBay. He said, I'm looking for a specific R1. And he was looking for a Milwaukee. And he said, I've been on eBay. I've looked at the Milwaukee Yamahas, but I've got one that's £1,000 less. Would you do any deal on it? And I went, nah. I said, the price of the bike is the price of the bike. That is the lowest we'll go.
Right.
And then obviously he spoke to the boss, and he said, oh, yeah, but the Milwaukee, he said, your one's got a red frame. I said, if it's an R1 and it's a Milwaukee proper copy, the R1s have a red frame. And he went, no. He said, the R1s have got a silver frame. And I went, no, that's an R1 with a Milwaukee panel set on it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're on about.
A proper R1 Milwaukee replica has a red frame with carbon wrap rounds.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to bikes.
No, because the R1, when they first came out with the crossplane, there was a red framed R1, wasn't it?
That's it.
That's right. That was back in the early stages.
Well, the one that we've sold is an 09, but the guy that's obviously sold it to us, it's all the swing arms wrapped in carbon, the side panels are carbon, the exhaust. There's so much.
I'm sorry, Rev. I'm getting distracted by the Cookie Monster down here.
Oh God, he's out here.
He's out, mate. He's out.
Down to him down there. Go on, switch to him down there now.
I know. Jim.
Yes.
Do we have to have a conversation about this Cookie Monster?
Oh no, he's getting out of hand, mate. He's getting out of hand.
Does the Cookie Monster have any comments about the Rurock helmet?
I don't think he likes it. It doesn't fit his head. It's his eyes. His eyes are the problem. With the visor. Is it
the visor? Right, okay. Right. It's the visor the problem. All right. Okay.
Hurts his eyes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, hurts his eyes. They stick out the top of his head.
So there's a bit of side chat going on over here in the chat here right now, and I was at Harley dealership today, and yes, my wife is looking at the new Road Glide. Yes, okay, right, enough. All right, and she never bought it. What? No, that's right, you didn't buy it, and it's
kind of like a Street Glide, except it's awesome.
Right, well, that's up for debate in another chat. So here she comes. She's going to pop her head in and say, that way.
Hi.
Oh.
Right.
I'm not buying it.
Not buying it. This is the only one in the UK that's got this colour scheme, and it was the red and the black one or something. But they want too much money for it. It's £26,000.
You were in a Harley dealership.
That's cheap.
It was going to be a cheap one.
£26,000. I was like, no, not today.
No.
What do you think I got in that one sitting behind me?
Yeah, they were doing that on the Tour Glide version of like the Road Glide last year. I really liked that paint job.
Yeah. But it's just the price went up. You know what I mean? It's went from a £21,000, £22,000, now £26,000. I'm going. I can't justify 26 grand for a bike to sit in the garage for 6 months a year. So
I'm actually following one on eBay. I'm really into V rods, especially night rods at the moment. But I was flicking through eBay the other night, and I put in Harley Davidson. And then set it to the highest paid thing. There's one in there at the moment, Harley Breakout, 31,000. Oh my God, that is such a good looking bike.
Yeah.
Those things have always been so overpriced though, and I don't get it. Like I think they're decent looking bikes, but they basically go straight and that's it. And they're always like overpriced.
No, they handle pretty good.
A lot of money.
Just got
money.
You're talking. I have a V Road and I love it. I mean, on Night Road I have, and I think it's great. It sounds like it's a great bike to ride. But it's not to me. It's because of the design of it. It's not really a long distance bike. It's got the same range of mileage as like a 48 Sportster, 90 miles to a tank. It's just ridiculous. It's not a bike that I can say, I'm going to go for a run today and be out for 5 or 6 hours on. It's not that kind of bike. So,
well, its gas tank is under the seat, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're not going anything too huge on that.
No, it's not. But I do find it funny though when everybody says, "Oh, I like your paint job on your fuel tank," and I go, "Oh, thanks," but it's just black plastic. I don't understand that. It's right underneath the seat, so I like to confuse them. I like to confuse the uneducated. Shall we say?
In their defense, I mean, it's the easiest way to what are you gonna say? Like, oh, I like the paint job on the top of the frame.
Gearbox cover. Gearbox cover.
That's where the gas tank goes.
Americans, educate yourself.
But I know that's an airbox cover.
That's exactly the same though. When you look at the Yamaha, or is it Yamaha VMAX? VMAX is under the back seat as well.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Exactly. You know. So is everybody like? So Jim, have you watched the Rurock video?
No, I haven't watched. When did it come out?
Watch him up
I'll
here.
watch the Brew Rock.
Watch him
I've
over
been a
here.
bit busy today.
Oh.
I've seen.
okay.
I keep getting Bites, Beards. Is it Bites, Beards and Brews? No,
Yeah, this one over here.
Bites,
Yeah,
Beards and Brews, isn't it? I'll get you mixed up. There's another. Who's the other one? I'll get you mixed up with Burning
Baggers-
Gas
Baggers
upstairs
and Brews.
and
Bakes
the
and brews, or
Brews.
something. Bakes and brews.
Yeah, I'm absolutely shocking. I saw it. I've got it on my watch list to watch, but I haven't.
One of them has a decent haircut, the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
Just be honest. Tell me you don't like watching this crap. You know?
Oh, I like that. Yeah. So what was it? What was the outcome anyway? What was your outcome of it? Oh, once you did, don't spoil it. I need to watch it. Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, it wasn't even a
I'm
review. It was just it was a giant joke. But a lot of the Rorock people didn't understand that it was a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
There is so much. Like I'm telling you, like tomorrow, I'll obviously push the video again on Instagram. But
Yeah.
what I did is I took a bunch of screenshots of all the hate text on the Rorock YouTube. So those are what I'm going to use to promote the video.
Play the SEO, play the analytics.
I like it. Yeah.
Come see the video voted shittiest thing out there from Rorock.
I like it.
Millionaire next week on the analytics.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Cult following my next week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
See, that's the other funny thing is one of the people that was coming after me was like, "Oh, this dude only has 200 followers. It's not like he's gonna put Rorock out of business." Well, I've picked up 10 followers since this morning, which is the most I've ever picked up in a day. And my video has over 650 views right now, so I don't think they fully understand how YouTube works. It's not how many followers I have; it's how many people watch the video.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
It is the first video I've ever put out that has dislikes, though.
How many dislikes did you get?
I'm like, well, you're not anyone until someone hates you. So, fuck
that's
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a friend of mine. He's because he said to me, he said, "How do you get your analytics?" I said, "You've got to watch the news and watch what's coming out, and hit the analytics and hit the SEO." And he went, "Oh, what should I do?" I said, "Just watch the news, start a YouTube channel, put up a video." I said, "It can be a spoof if you have to." I said, "But as soon as you hit that thousand subscribers, your money goes mental." He put a video up 2 days ago. Prince Philip's grave diggers spotted digging the grave, and he put the video on YouTube. Brand new channel. It had 9,500 views in the first hour, and then got removed because yeah. I said,
you know what's going to happen here? Every helmet manufacturer is now going to cower in fear. Yeah, this guy's video.
Yeah.
You know,
you'll be like, "Oh no, 650 views."
Yeah, I love it.
I'm all excited too. I'm like, wow, that is literally the most views on any of my videos, period, to this day. So stuff I put out 10 months ago doesn't even have this many views.
Yeah.
That I got in 9 hours.
Love it.
I was like, shit, man, I just got to sit here and make fun of Rorock every week.
Oh, but you know what's going to happen now? You're going to get a free helmet. You're going to get a free jacket. You're going to get stickers. You're going to get it all sent to you. You're going to get an annual interview. Have we made an improvement? Do you feel better about this product?
The beard is here.
I will give Rorock credit where it's due. They even commented on my video.
I did see their post and I just laughed. I just went.
At the time, I got under 300. I've got under 220 subscribers, and they still took the time to comment.
It doesn't matter because if somebody's looking to buy a helmet, they type in Rorock helmet, don't they? And if your video
and in that argument, I've also got the I have the true review of the Quinn Spitfire helmet where I actually did a review, and I did not like the helmet at all, but I was trying to be polite about it. And then after a day or two, I was like, you know what? This thing kind of sucked, man. I mean, I'm gonna reach out and try and get my money back.
Yeah.
And they straight out said, "Yeah, we saw your video." And it's like, so you saw my video. I waited a few days and you didn't reach out to me. You didn't try and talk to me about this. You guys are dicks. Like I had already been in contact with them like a few times, so it's not even like I couldn't figure out how to find me.
Yeah. Right, okay.
It was pretty silly on their part.
Right.
And I'm still going back and forth with them, so there actually might be a whole new video just beating up on Quinn.
Love it.
You might have something there because I ripped out all of the Harley power plant in this, so I should do a review and be like, I fixed the Harley problem. I got rid of the Harley motor, the Harley primary, the Harley transmission. It runs great now.
Right, come on, we're not going to have a Harley bashing night again.
You were beating up on Rock, damn it.
That's right. I want a free helmet from Rock. Let's keep going.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to jump in and do a shameless plug. I don't know if anybody's watched my last little short thing here about Legacy Moto. Did you see the team up that I got with those guys?
No.
The T-shirt.
Yeah. So I got in touch with Legacy Moto. They do like motorcycle apparel and gear and stuff like that. So they kind of sent me a discount code so I can use it for anybody who's like subscribed to the channel and stuff. So you can go on and get T-shirts and things from them. So it was quite good. That was quite a good thing this week. I was quite happy with that, and they've had a few responses. I think some of the guys messaged me and they said they actually went and got T-shirts on the back of it. So I'm really it's quite good that it got out there, So
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah. So what's been going on with Jim?
I've been having issues with my bike again. The weather's gone. We've had like a cold snap. So when I travel back to Essex, the bike doesn't stay. I normally garage it, so it stays indoors on an Optimate. So it's on a trickle charge, keep the battery going, and then I'll get it out in the morning. It'll start up first time, no problems. So as you know, with an Ape, with the Aprilias, I've uprated the battery. The battery's got uprated. The solenoid's uprated because they're big V twin lump, aren't they? So they take a lot of power to tick over.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I've been having issue. I'll go for a ride. I'll come back, and if I park it outside and it's left over at night under a cover, it won't start the next day. It'll take. I'll have to put it on the Optimate to give it a couple of hours before it'll kick in. Anyway, so it wasn't doing it again today. So I was proper flashing. I was like, well, I'm getting rid of this. Because it's. If I wanted to go touring and I went anywhere cold, I'd have a right issue because if I stopped at a hotel the next day, I wouldn't be able to ride the bloody bike.
Exactly the same. Yeah, get exactly the same on the ZX.
Yeah, so
my ZX sits outside and it does it all the bloody time.
Right. Okay.
So I phoned up AP Workshops, spoke to Snozzy, AP Workshops, and he said that they might be doing a video on this about trickle chargers, and he was saying that to go out and buy a proper car charger. He goes, because they charge the batteries up to 100%. Yeah, they'll charge the battery. Whereas a trickle charger will only charge it or only bring it up to whatever you've just left it at. Yeah. So that's my issue. So I went out, went to Halfords, picked up a charger, come back, pressed the starter on the bike. It started first time, didn't it? I left it a couple.
Yeah.
And obviously, I went out and made a video.
Being in a bike garage, I can actually tell you about that, Jim. So standard, you've got 3 different types. You've got your gel battery, your lead acid, and then you've got your lithium ions. My ZX runs a lithium ion. I got sick to death. I've gone through 4 batteries in a year at £40 a pop. So that's 160 quid I've spent on batteries this year. I've got a 92 quid lithium ion on it. Lithium ions is a bit like a mobile phone battery. You can discharge it, charge it back up, and then with Optimates, any type of trickle charger on a bike, what it's going to do, you're going to drop the level of the battery down. So if you're not keeping it topped up to its absolute peak performance, you're going to drop the level down. You're only going to trickle up to that level. Next time you use the bike, it's going to drop down again. So you're going to drop to 50%. You're going to trickle charge it. It's going to hit 50. That is all the maximum that you're going to get on your battery. Most trickle chargers are going to be charging at 2 amps. If you're using a proper charger or a decent battery charger, most battery chargers will kick in at 4 amps and push your levels back up. So you're going to push it back up to about the 80-90%. If you're using gel batteries, a little bit better. Obviously, lead acid, once you start going low, you're not going to get that peak performance back up. A gel battery, you can push it back up, but you're going to only hit about 80-90%. Lithium ion, you're going to be hitting 98 to 100 every time. So what we always say with customers is keep it on an Optimate. If you're going to leave your bike out, mine sits out there for a week. I only ever fire mine up every Sunday. So mine tends to sit out on the trickle charger. On a lead acid battery, I struggle, but on the lithium ion, fires every time. And I don't I can literally unplug, hit the button. With my ZX, it takes me about 5 minutes to get the fuel through the lines because it dumps its float bowls every weekend. Same with the apes. I think the apes dump their float bowls as well, so you have to push the fuel through.
That's part of the problem as well.
Okay.
So it takes you a while to fire them up, but I would always say if you've got your bike stood for a week, bang a lithium ion on it. If you're firing the bike up every day, lead acid or gel. But if you're going for a decent charger, get yourself a decent car charger, hook the seat off, put your charger on if it's in the garage, bang it on for about 4 hours. If it's sat there, if you're using it every day, then an Optimate or a decent optimizer will keep your bike running for a good while. But obviously, watch out how many miles you're riding. But yeah, that's about the spec for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got the car charger now anyway. So
who's put that picture up? That's a sweet engine.
That's Hells on two wheels. That's what he's had all done to his M8. He's away to the bathroom, but that's what he wanted us to look at is that he's practically done everything to that road glide. So
that is I'm loving that carbon on it.
It's nice. It's the S&S teardrop. It's quite nice. I was looking at one of them myself, and it's the classic teardrop look, but it's not a cheap air filter. Trust me, it's still UK. It's about £300-400. So
because that night rod that we sold had where he's got his teardrop, it had like the open vents to the front, and it was just literally couple of butterflies. That looked sweet. So customer phoned up last week. He's happy with his night rod that he's got. So night stir, should I say? Night stir. Yeah. I love that bike. That was if I'd had the money, but obviously that went out for 6.5. But I'm getting in. It's you lot. You've all got me into these like beards and getting into. It's what was it? Diesel said to me, "You're being tempted to the dark side." Yes, I am. Obviously, I've got the ZZR coming in August, so that's been put on hold for a few months until we get sorted out. The missus has agreed for me to have a man cave on the side of the house, so that's all going to be built. So I've got my little lean-to going up, and then roll on the summer because I've got enough room. We've got I think it's 1/8 of an acre on the side of the house, so we've got quite a good sized garden. But we're going to get Gusto and Lane up for a barbie. We're going to invite everybody over for a barbecue in the summer once lockdown once lockdown's finished.
That's a good idea.
And then obviously once I've got the Z, I am going to get out. I'm going to spend a week touring in September. So look out. RB is going to be rocking across the UK. Trip up to Scotland to see Z. And if you're up in Scotland, Gavin, I might come up and see you as well.
Yeah, I'll see if I'm back in the UK at that time. But
I've got next week off, and we went to book we're going to go off to Yarmouth. We're going to go and have a weekend in Yarmouth. And we went to book our travel lodge, and I was like, "Oh, can I book a couple of nights?" And they went, "No, you can only book one night. Why? COVID." And I went, "Yeah, but everybody's getting out now. Everything's unlocked. Yeah. You're only allowed a one-night stay in a travel lodge."
All right.
I was like, "Oh, okay." So we went to book Premier Inn. I said, "We'll do one night at travel lodge. We'll do one night at Premier Inn." We went to book Premier Inn, and they went, "No, you can't because you booked one night at travel lodge. Why? All our systems are linked. You're only allowed one night break."
That sounds like a nonsense.
I'm like, "Oh, fuck you then."
It's absolutely epic, isn't it?
I know. So we only wanted to get away and have like a little bit of a break at the seaside, but she said, "Oh well, if you're at home this week, then you could do some painting and decorating." I'm like, "Oh great, that's my week's holiday blown out the can."
You have to come up with a better excuse than that.
Oh look, we got someone down here in the bottom corner.
I know. That's
He's got
it.
a hat on.
He's got
How
a
you
hat on.
doing? Yep.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Now I'm hiding the baldness.
He's in the baldness.
No.
Just do what Jim does. Embrace the baldness.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah, love the baldness. Love the clean heads.
I usually shave. I shave my head when I'm working because I work as a bartender and I gotta,
Yeah.
I don't need people to see. My wife always tells me, ever since I started losing my hair, she goes, "You just look like a newborn bird," because they always have like 1 or 2 feathers on the top of their fucking head and
Oh
shit.
yeah. When you go to
Yeah. The
It just
down
takes-
feather shit.
It just
What do you
takes
think of
longer
those
to wash your face. That's all.
what do you think of those air filters? You know, like the spiky ones that come out. I used to have that on my VTX
no,
1800.
they're awful.
I've ran the big sucker air filters like that.
Yeah.
eBay.
No.
How's everybody doing
love
to this Friday?
Unicorn.
Yeah, it's been a good day. Also, was at the earlier, the Scotland has now embraced. We now for lockdown is eased, so we can now go further afield. So it's been pretty awesome. We've been able to, ride our bikes and actually go places, which has been pretty good.
All right. Well, if I'm with the Scot, I'm gonna drink. I'll take a swig of Scotch for you.
Hey!
All right. Do I go for some Speyside? Do I go for some Isla? Do I go for some Campbelltown? What do you want?
Oh, you're not getting any Glenfiddich, no?
I don't drink Glenfiddich. That's for noobs.
Oh, come on. Just embrace the American. Oh, not American, are you? You're Canadian.
I can do. I know a lot of you guys like the Highland Park. I got Highland Park 18.
Oh, right,
right
okay,
there.
that'll do you. Go on then.
Yeah, that air filter I'm running, that S&S teardrop, it's just a cover. That's actually HPI intake and,
All right, okay.
and everything else.
Slancheva.
And we just powder coated the ring, powder coating on the rest of the motor.
So that's what Rev was just asking about your engine. So do you want to tell us all about your what you've had done to that more?
I'll tell you, it's a 128 cubic inch.
Right.
It is not a kit. That is actually all of that stuff is the jugs, the pistons, and some other little components are one off. This is actually a race motor. So, at 2,000 RPMs, we're actually at 1,800 to be exact. If you're watching everything at 1,800 RPMs, I'm already at 140 foot-pounds of torque.
What the hell? Wow.
The horsepower, there's no dip. Like it runs straight to 6,200 is where we cut it off at. When you're looking at the curves, like the torque curve, it just literally 1,800, 140. There's a slight angle and holds it all the way to 6,200. Like there's no camel hump or nothing. It just holds.
Yeah.
I won't know the total numbers of what that thing's putting out, but if you're actually, because I've tried to do this already, I got a lot more to do this bike with suspension and handling stuff, but it will not, with the vibrations and the way the thing, the factory suspension and tires and everything, I cannot use 6th gear if I'm actually in it trying to run it out.
Yeah.
I can barely get it through 5th gear. It doesn't want to hold to the road.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I had to upgrade my suspension for mine, because there's a similar thing. It just wouldn't keep traction. So
yeah. So I mean, and the primary crank primary is a crank compensator. That's all man of war. So it's debalanced. It's welded crank. So I mean, it revs quick. That's the problem. It revs quick. It's not.
Nice.
You got
sweet bike.
You know what I mean? So is it? You'll have ported heads as well, won't you? Like
actually, with those, we didn't have to do it. There wasn't enough. There wasn't enough gain in the porting.
Right. Okay.
so we just put the heads that are on it. We just put them on it. Wasn't
Right.
worried about the port.
Right. Okay.
Because of what we were getting out of numbers with everything else.
Yeah.
You really wasn't gaining. You know, when you're getting 1-2 horsepower versus spending up to $1,000.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, I get that.
I gained more by going to carbon wheels. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
yeah, but I don't like to tell the secret sauce to what's in that bike. And the only reason is because the guys that build it
Right.
were still developing the parts that are in it.
All right. Okay. Right. That's cool. Right.
They did say that is the best 128 that
Right.
they ever had run.
Right.
And it was equivalent to their other 130 plus cubic inch
Right.
hits that they had at the time. That's the power they were getting out of that 128. It's what they had. Like,
Wow.
but I had fun with it. You know, the guys with the 131s, the Harley kits and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot get anybody to run me with this kit.
Nice. Nice.
I'd give it a
I'm
go.
not like, hey, I'm going to beat you. I want to see what it will do against, other built bikes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that bike. I tell you, I'm
Yeah.
loving that bike.
So I'm going to jump on here and say about an engine modification, an engine that I've seen. I'm going to bring up my phone, and I saved it, and it was a company in the States who are doing it, and they're doing a 159 conversion. Have you
Actually,
seen
the guys that built this
Yeah,
have
Is
developed
that-
a 160.
yeah, leading edge.
Mhm.
Yeah, leading
Yeah,
edge.
what's funny is Leading Edge and Moonshine, the guys that built mine, are like
Yeah.
neck and neck. They're the two big guys in the U.S. right now battling
Right.
with all this engineering.
Right.
And they built these like 159s and 160s that actually run
Right.
like 20 and 30 degrees cooler than a stock motor.
Wow. Right. Okay.
That's good.
So they're
That's
way
crazy.
ahead on the curve
Yeah.
with the technology.
That's
They actually have one. The guy has a 160 right now, and he's already put a little over 40,000 miles on it.
right.
Like riding around, going on long trips, because that's where they're saying they're building these engines to where not only can we take it to a drag strip and run it, but we can go down the street and we can go across country. So it's
Wow.
a radical, powerful bike. But yeah,
So,
you're looking at like 200 plus horsepower out of those 160s.
it's a lot. It's a lot of power to put to the road, especially in a V twin. You know, it's like a sports bike where it's like totally aerodynamic and it can go. Whereas the Harley, you know,
That's the problem getting is the aerodynamics.
yeah,
It's the wibbly wobbly because the aerodynamics.
yeah.
And they're not made to really go that fast. So when
No, that's right. Yeah. That's
So
right.
I had a friend who was telling me he was having issues with his bike getting the death wobble.
Yeah.
He didn't know why, and because he put so much power behind it, he had a V-Rod though,
Right.
and they found out the reason why he was having issues was his phone mount. The wind was like hitting it the wrong way, and he was getting like a death wobble. Going over 105. 105 miles per hour. The phone mount was like catching the wind and causing the fucking bike to go crazy. He went to the mechanic like 8 times. They couldn't find anything wrong. They were like, "We can't. No, there's nothing." And then it was like one day he took the phone mount off and it stopped doing it. And then he put it back on and it started doing it again. He was like, "Holy shit, it's my phone mount!" But
We had one in a week ago, and I've got to tell you about this. It's the most. I think I posted the photo already. And guy's got a ZX9, and he said to us, he said, "I'm getting a really bad like steering at. It's like it's wobbling when I'm at speed. When I'm getting into corners, the front wheel's wandering." I said to him, "Fit a damper." I said, "If you look at the photo of my ZX7, I've got a damper across the front end, and it's wound up to full." And he went, "All right." He said, "Where do I buy one?" I said, "You can get one any good bike shop. Just make sure it's the one for your bike. Fit it." And he fitted it, and he went, "I fitted the damper. It don't make the slightest bit of bloody difference. I've just wasted 80 quid on a damper." where have you fitted it? And he sent me the photo. He's attached it to the fork yokes at the front. He's got one on one fork yoke, one on the other. And he went, "Would the damper work?" I went, "You fitted it in the wrong bloody place."
That's not how it works that way.
He
Oh
needs
my
to hand in
God.
his,
Yeah,
he needs to
yeah.
hand his license, didn't he? That bloke, hand your license
Yeah.
in.
But the thing is,
Riding, screamer.
he's got I think they call it one of these new quad locks or something,
Yeah.
and he's fitted the quad lock on the damper.
Oh my God.
But just to
How's
give
your
you an
bike
idea with
license?
the speed with this thing, I ran it against a
Blame
Hellcat last week
Wow.
on the interstate. And he
Did the
asked,
Hellcat win?
what?
Did the Hellcat win?
No. No. It was like
Yeah.
this, like, but what got him was the speed limiter.
Yeah.
So he hit the speed limiter when I grabbed 6th gear. And that's when it was like, I was like, "What's the speed limit on that thing?" He said 203. I was like, "No wonder I felt like I was going to die."
So here's a question for us, us motorcycle lovers: which current Harley Davidson has the best front end to take big power kits? The FXDR, the Fat Bob, Wibbly Wobbly.
Where is
Wibbly
Wibbly? Wibbly should be in here in the chat. Get in here,
I
Wibbly.
don't understand why he's not coming on. He seems to be watching everybody.
Guys, I gotta take. I just wanted to come in and say what's up. I gotta take off. My wife
All right,
and me are
thanks for
about to
coming
head
on,
out.
See you later.
All right.
Take it.
Good
Have
to
a
see
good
you.
one, guys.
buddy.
Later.
See you in a bit.
Well,
Actually, the Fat Bob is. I've rode them; they're pretty good. But
yeah, they're good. No, they are. Yeah. If it was up to me
Mate.
between those two, I'd take the Fat Bob over that. It's got a better setup with suspension in the front tire, so that'd be my answer.
It's so expensive over here, second hand, Fat Bobs.
Oh no.
Yeah.
it's the same price as the lowrider sitting right here.
Yeah, here in the UK, the prices are creeping up as well. We've been looking online, and prices for everything at the minute is just creeping up. But
Well, for
Harleys,
bikes-
it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah. The problem is that nobody wants to buy a new one because of the old import tax, and nobody wants to wait either for.
Oh, right.
You know?
We've actually got a guy in Milton Keynes, and he lives about 6 miles from the garage. He's actually on. If you go onto eBay and search Harley Night Rod, he does one every couple of months. But
You
what
rang?
he does, yeah, here he is. Hey, Wibbly.
Hello.
This guy actually imports. His dad's in Poland or Romania, and they buy Harley Night Rods.
Yeah.
All right.
Import them back to Milton Keynes, and he literally rips this thing apart. 360 back tyre on it. It's got air suspension on it, so when he drops the air suspension, the back mudguard sits on the tyre.
Yeah.
The back of the mudguard is the stop light and the LED indicator,
light,
so it completely modifies this thing to the hilt. And he sells these out for about 25 to 30,000 £. But when he buys them for about 15, spends about 3 months on them, works on them to the hilt, custom modified them, and bangs them out on eBay. And he does about 4 a year. He bought his last one down to me to have a look, and I'm like, oh God! And to say it's an erection section looking at that bike, it's like,
So as somebody who has a Night Road project bike, I chose to go against putting air ride suspension on mine because I've seen one of those bikes basically suspension collapse. You know what I mean? When the airbag just goes
boom,
right, and it literally put the fear of God in me. I just went, I'm sticking to good old fashioned bike coilovers, and I did, and I've never had any touch wood at the moment.
The one thing that I do find really attractive is that big fat back tire on that.
Oh
bike.
yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a 300 of mine. It's great fun.
Of all the Harleys, the Night Rod and the V Rod are the only two that really sort of float my boat and cause a stirring in the pants department.
But here's the thing, though. Now they do. Now I'm not meaning this to be bad, but see when the V Rod and Night Rod came out back in was it? Oh my God, I'm losing my marbles.
2003.
Yeah, 2003. Right, around about the anniversary, kind of 100-year anniversary. everybody was like, "Oh, that's not a real Harley. It's liquid cooled, blah blah blah, Porsche engine, blah blah blah." And then all of a sudden, when they like obviously 2 years ago when they said, "Oh, we're going to discontinue the V Rod," oh, I never got a chance to get one. I really want one now, and you know, I wonder if I'll find one. And that's the problem. The people
can't get
don't. It's just a thing, you know, and look, you've just got to appreciate the engineering behind it from the day one. It's got that Porsche engine is amazing to ride. You should, if you ever get a good chance to ride one. Honestly, it's amazing. It's an amazing engine.
We walked onto the Harley stand at MCN. I walked onto the Harley stand 2 years ago at MCN, and I said, and looking all around the Harleys, and I'm like, that don't appeal to me. It's too. I was looking at the road glide and the ultra glide, and I'm not into big front ends. I do like something that looks mean and aggressive. And I said to the guy, I went, "Where's your night rods? Where's your V rods?" And he went, "Oh, we discontinued those 2 years ago." I went, "Why?" He said, "It just wasn't selling." He said, "Because the majority of the American sellers buy the Ultra Glide, the Road Glide." And I went, "Oh, is there anything similar?" And he went, "No." And I went, "Oh, okay." Obviously, spending time around the bike show, boss of the garage, Phil, he went in and we went on the Triumph stand.
Right. Okay.
Triumph, great bikes, but blah blah blah. Their customer sales absolutely sucks. I would give them 0 out of 0. Boss went and sat on the new Rocket 3, the GT Rocket.
Yeah.
And obviously, boss of the garage has got a lot of money, and he sat on the Rocket. He's got a Rocket 3 already. He's got the old one. Sat on the new Rocket, trying it out. I said, "What do you think of it?" And he went, "It's not bad, actually." Snotty little 20 cookie, bugger off. Snotty little 20, 30-year-old comes out and he went, "What do you think you're doing?" And the boss went, "Well, I'm sitting on the bike. I'm looking to buy this bike." And he went, "If you want to buy this bike, you join the queue. There's 20 people waiting, mate." And he went, "Yeah, but I'm looking to. I just want to see what it's like. Sit on it." And he went, "If you don't want it, mate," he went, "Go and join the queue. If you're that interested in the bike, join the queue." And the boss turned around and went, "Do you know what?" He said, "If you're going to treat me like a piece of shit, mate, you can fuck right off." Pardon the language. I walked onto the Kawasaki stand, obviously with the T-shirt on, and said, "Oh, I'm real big lover of the ZZR. Oh yes, sit on the bike. Blah blah blah. Can I sit on the H2? No, you can't. It's behind tapes."
Right.
I went, "You went, that's the H2 track bike. You can't sit on that." And I went, "Oh, all right." Luckily, some Andy Missenden Flyer was there, and he went, "Oh, Rev Bomb." And the guy went, "Oh, you're a motovlogger?" You went, "Oh, right." We moved the tapes. I sat on the H2, and I'm like, "Bloody hell." "Are you a member of Team Kawasaki?" And I went, "How much is it?" She went, "20 quid a year." I went, "Take my card, just join me up. I'm Kawasaki. I'm Team Green all the way." Joined up, and she come back, and she went, "Oh, right." She went, "Oh, Missenden Flyer's just been in. Blah blah blah. Do you want a sandwich, cup of coffee?" And I went, "Why is that?" She went, "We can take you in the VIP lounge. You're a member." And I went, "All right," sat in there. I've never been treated so well for just a tiny. And back then, I'd only got 50 subscribers. I weren't a huge motovlogger, and to be treated like a lord and a gentleman, I'm like, bloody hell, Kawasaki are the in thing. It was
I was there that year.
Yeah, I was lauding it up, but yeah, and obviously walking around the dealerships, you see the amount of like people that were like, "Oh yeah," and they were treating people like just scruffy t-shirts, pair of jeans, sitting on bikes. They weren't interested. They would only deal with people in suits or smartly dressed, and I'm like, totally wrong attitude, because most of the bikers that want to go to these MCNs are going to be in a t-shirt and jeans.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right, and
totally wrong attitude. You never ever. We always say we've got 3 things at our garage. We say never assume, never promise, never guarantee. You never assume anyone's got no money. Never promise that you're going to get a bike out on time, and never guarantee a release date of a vehicle.
Oh no, totally. I get that. Yeah.
And it works. It works 100%. We bang bikes out left, right, and centre. But, you know, with all these big dealers, at the moment, with COVID and everybody losing their jobs and everybody being put on furlough, there's not a lot of money in the country. You've got to grab as much as you can. If you want your dealership to keep continuing, you've got to pull everybody into that dealership.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, even if you bring 100 or 200 people in, even if you only sell 2 or 3 bikes out of that, you've still won. You're still,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? You're still bringing people in through the door to get sales that you would never have had before. So
Exactly.
yeah. So there's a guy in the side chat, John. You maybe I don't know if you've seen. He's from my part of the world. He's got the Rocket. Is it brand new, John? I can't remember. I think his is the GT, and he loves that bike. It's really nice. He sold his
beast.
he sold his bike, you know. So we're just when we talk about the Rocket, he says it's a fantastic bike to ride.
Is that new
I've
one?
seen
The
one
new one.
today. Yeah.
John,
Yeah,
pop
new shape.
your pop your YouTube channel up, John, and I'm sure people are going to give you a follow.
Yeah, he doesn't really use YouTube very much, but if he has one, John, if you're listening, mate, stick your thing up and we'll there you go. X-year old. There you go.
There you go. So they do 2 versions of it, don't they? What ones have you got? Because you got the G, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it now. John, which one is it you have?
Yeah, GT and the R.
Because the one I seen today, the one I seen today was a GT, and it was quite cool, and it had like panniers on the side of it, and it was quite smart actually. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
just obviously talking through vloggers. Has anybody looked at Lamb Chopsy's ride?
No.
What one? The latest one on his H2?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With the dump valve.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Oh.
Sexy.
How have you got all this time to watch all these videos?
Just thinking that.
That is just the if you're into porn and you're into big porn, watch.
Crazy, wasn't it?
I was sitting there like, oh. The missus went because she walked past the door of the office as I was going to the bathroom and have a shower, and she went, "Why are you pulling faces? Are you looking at porn?" I went, "Ooh, ooh." I said, "I'm watching a H2 ride."
That was cool.
I have a question for you guys over there. Are you guys having trouble getting motorcycle parts over there?
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's been really bad for me, right?
Yeah.
Like it's almost to the point that I've ordering spare parts to keep with the bike when we do these long rides because we've already ran to going to a dealership and they're like, oh, we don't have that.
Ooh.
Right.
So you know,
that ain't a good sign, is it?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you guys are running into that problem about getting parts.
Oh god,
yeah. If you go to the Harley Davidson dealership, it's weeks for parts. We were there today, and they had a big delivery, and all the boxes were sitting there, and I can only imagine that they were probably ordered back in February. So,
I
think it's a case of if you're wanting something done, you're just going to have to wait. You know,
we are still waiting from August last year for parts.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because, you know.
That's all right. I'm just waiting on. Literally, we've got our little Titan scooters, the 125 scooters. Someone's dropped his bike, lost the wheel nut, and it's literally a wheel nut that goes on the back of the bike, but it's a specialist locking wheel nut that has to go on. You can't just put a 17mm locking wheel nut on that bike.
Right.
He's been in for the last 3 months waiting for a wheel nut to come from Lex Moto. And obviously, ETA's end of March. Suez Canal got blocked up. We're all buggered up. He's now looking 19th of April to the 20th of May for a delivery of 1 wheel nut.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and you can't buy that wheel nut. You can't get. I've even been on eBay trying to find a bloody wheel nut. And I can't find one.
Yeah.
Well, I find it interesting, especially with the V-twin market. Yeah, factory. So much back order. Like you have to wait forever to get a part. Yeah. So I can go aftermarket and get it in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's right. Was there not some kind of there was like issues with the factories in the States, like for Harley parts during coronavirus, wasn't there? So there's like a big back order. But I think the biggest delays are actually in the M8 parts. It's not really in the older engines. I don't really seem to have any issues getting parts for mine. like for the big twin, you know, for the twin cam.
Yeah.
The M8 engine, because obviously it's newer. I mean, people are still waiting for bits for that. So, you know, I don't know what's going on over in America right now with the coronavirus. So maybe. There you go. Yeah. The thing, it's not like that over here. It's literally we're under scrutiny right now.
It's literally to the point that people are telling the government to shove it.
All right.
We'll do. We'll get to that point, won't it?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
I've got a question actually for you, Harley guys. What about diners? Is it Dynaglide?
Diners. Yeah.
Harley, what are they like? They all right?
Yeah.
They're okay. Diners?
Yeah.
Are they like a step
The
up?
older ones.
Sportsters, or are they?
Yeah.
Where do they fit in?
Dyna White Glide. Yeah, Dyna White Glide. Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
I've seen a few of
They're
those
older,
second hand on the look quite nice. I quite like the look of those. They're quite nice.
Are you thinking about coming over to the dark side as well?
I used to have a cruiser. I used to have
okay.
I had the Honda. I had the VTX 1800 for a while. And,
Hondas. Oh no, we don't do Hondas.
Yeah,
No,
Honda.
That's what you need, Jim. That's what you need. A lowrider.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. But that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But I need to get Harley. Need to get Rev Bomb needs to get one as well. Go and annoy Wibbly.
Yeah, get the old Dyna Lowrider S. It's about 16 grand still.
Yeah.
Night Rod or Breakout for me.
You talk about your twin cam? I used to be like huge twin cam. And I was like, forget the M8.
Yeah.
We just, with the lowrider, that's an M8, the 114. What we did was put a cam, pipe, and tune on it. And it took 130 foot-pounds of torque and 132 horsepower. That's it. It's been done with it. You're getting that much power with a lot less money than you would with the twin cam.
So yeah, and that's because you've got more valves per cylinder. You've got a bit more. You've got the cooling you've got the oil cooling on each cylinder, so you're not getting heat soak anymore, like you would get from the air cooled one like mine. So, but if you think about it, it's just what people are used to. I'm used to mine. Whereas I've never had an M8, so if I ever get an M8, I'll probably go, "Oh, there's a big difference." I'll do that. But
right now, it's not hot enough in our country, is it?
I got 114 sitting here in the garage.
That's a Dyna. What's $6 grand for it though?
That's a wide. You can tell the wide glide by the rear fender. It's got a little ducktail.
I like the rear fender. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ducktail on it. So there's a bike that you like, Jim. Type in Harley Davidson. Ready for this?
Yeah,
Crossbone.
Yeah.
Type in Crossbone.
Oh, Crossbone. Yes.
Springer front end.
That is my favorite. That is my favorite bike. I've always wanted one, and every time one appears, I don't have the money for it. And every time I go, I want one, and then I see one, and then I go, oh, but it's not the right one, and then I'm pass. And then one comes along and I go, I've got the money. So
yeah, there's a single. That's 14,500. That is on eBay. That one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's had a paint job.
Have a look at that Harley Breakout though. That Breakout is mad.
The Breakout, I do like the Breakout as well. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Why did this? They haven't discontinued the Breakout. The Breakout's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, 31,000 at the moment.
Yeah, I think you were thinking of the FXDR. They've stopped that.
Yeah, well, that thing. Oh dear, I still think that was a demon love child of the V-Rod and the Lowrider S for some reason. I have no idea where that came from.
We've got a lot of female subscribers jumping in the room. So, hello, ladies. Keep it clean, boys.
That's because George Michael's here, isn't he? We got George here. Everyone thought he died.
George Michael is in the house.
Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith.
I don't even know who these people are.
They're all here for Cookie Monster down here. That's what it is.
Cookie Monster there.
Yeah, the Cookie Monster. You know, so there's a few names in here that I think they're like probably either new subscribers or they just came across the live stream on YouTube. Probably.
I think there's a lot of it that obviously I've banged a shitload up on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook tonight.
They obviously went on the search engine and put in Essence Bikers, Essence Men.
S&M bondage.
Who are these Essence blokes?
Hey, listen, I just think I'm a handsome devil.
Yeah.
Man with the beard, man with the
What I
Harley,
mean, it's all the beards, isn't it?
man with the bald head and the Aprilia, and of course, if you want to follow down here, this guy knows his stuff.
Wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly. You could always tell if bike channels are really good because they've got their banner in the background.
Oh right, yeah. Well, yeah. I think there's kind of mine there. There you go.
He's got a dirty great flag, and I've got this like little poxy thing over.
You've got the IKEA special.
IKEA special.
Oh, hang on. I moved up in the world. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Advertising.
Cool. Yeah, it's what you want.
Billboard on wheels now.
If we're advertising, then so just like
yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. That's it.
He's getting the hair straightened.
Your turn, Jim.
I've got anything. I do not.
Have you noticed like 4 out of 5? 4 out of 5 bikers here. 4 out of 5 bikers here have got beards.
That's right.
No, 5 out of 5 bikers have got beards.
5 out of 5,
yeah.
That's it.
So
here's one for you. What I've seen to now. I've been trying to catch up with all the new bike releases, right, since I came back. And one of the ones that stuck out was Triumph's new attempt. Have you seen this thing, the TE1?
Oh.
Did everybody see that? No?
The electric.
Oh, do you not like that? No, do you not like it? Right, okay.
Yeah,
it's not.
I saw the
Yeah, go on, Jim.
MCN tried to do a bit on it. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, MCN. I think I watched about 2 seconds of it. It was boring. I just turned it off. I was just like,
right, okay.
Obviously Diesels isn't here tonight, but I don't know what he's done. I had an email from what's it, Damon Hypersport.
Right.
Obviously we do a lot of electrics at the garage. We do little 125s and the 50s. Right. I've ridden the Energica Evo, I've ridden the Zero FXS, and I commented on the Damon Hypersport, and I went, you guys should get this to the UK. Obviously, I've seen Diesel's Hogs Vlogs doing a post on it.
Right.
When are you guys going to do a UK release or get a UK affiliate that is going to do the Damon video? And
right.
I was okay. Yeah, didn't expect nothing. It's a huge, great company. There is a rumor that Elon Musk is in the background doing something with the batteries. I got an email a couple of weeks ago saying, Damon Hypersport are looking for a UK affiliate. As soon as we get a release in the UK, we will let you know, and we will also email you when the first bike is available for ride test if you want to ride it. And I'm like, right, pick the jaw up from the floor. Yeah, to be offered like Damon Hypersport is a huge Canadian company, and for them to say we're going to be doing UK. And if you want the first ride, then you're very welcome to do it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even in the margins of Royal Jordanian sort of, Missenden Flyer, Teapot One, Lamb Chop rides. I'm just a little motor vlogger. We do stuff for the garage. That is it. The only reason I do the stuff for the garage is to promote Lex Moto. But the subscribers, I'm picking up shed loads at the moment, and for a big company to come along, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's knocked me back for 6, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, what have I done here?
But but one of the things that and I've seen a lot of people mention this on like Instagram and stuff, is some people aren't watching the big moto vloggers. They're not watching it. They're watching the smaller channels, and they know that they get more traffic, and they'll probably you'll find that. I think you're seeing a lot more of that.
I tend to be very, very laid back in my approach, and I think I did it on my last one where we had like 350,000 views, and I'm like, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for everybody for every click and view. I'm just a tiny guy. I'm very, very humble about what I do. I see some of the motor vloggers, and they're like, "Oh God, you know, I've got 200,000 views, and I'm up my own arse, and I'm, you know, that's not the way." It only takes one bad comment for you to be heading down that ladder. Oh, you bugger off! I bought you a cup of coffee, you bastard.
I guarantee that Cookie Monster's got more subscribers than all of us.
When he said to me, he said, I'll be there for 9 o'clock, and I sat around till 11:15 waiting for him to turn up, and then he comes walking across the car park. I'm like, yeah, we're walking across the car park. Oh, I'm Jim Diesel. Oh, bloody hell, it's Jim. And
he was trying to get his bike started.
Yeah, you did get to meet the girls. You got to meet the two girls that were with me. They were all over you.
Oh yeah, he's got his own click of.
That's some haircut, by the way. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at that haircut.
I'm working on my old mohawk.
The Rurock assassin hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh, Stevie's.
Did you
military bike? Yeah, Stevie, go on.
Did you see the shade tree, the issues he had with his Harley? Not his Harley Davidson, his Ducati.
Ducati.
His Ducati.
I'm on his Discord, so I knew about that ages ago.
They tried to stitch him right up, didn't they?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a.
That was bad.
It's like it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty bad that they've literally, like you say, 6 months past the warranty, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden they say, "Oh, now brand new engine, a brand new engine."
Yeah, but they tried to say it was the piston ring when it weren't, wasn't it? So the thing is, you wouldn't be out of a bike. There wouldn't have been any compression. It would have been fucking. It would have been horrendous trying to ride it.
The thing is, he said it was under warranty when they first came across some of the debris, didn't they?
Yeah.
Shocking.
I've actually stopped following a Harley channel, and that's that $1 Million Bogan.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting bored with it now. It's the same old crap a week after week. Is that let's take a Harley to the beach and bog it down in the sand, or let's take it up the desert and bog it down in the sand. And like, if you're going to ride a Harley, take it out on the road, ride the damn thing, show what it's like, show the vehicle. Don't just take it out and go motocrossing with it. A Harley's not designed.
Have you seen this going on Big Brother?
Yes.
Australia's Big Brother.
He's going on Australian Big Brother.
Is it any good?
I've no idea, but I've seen his going in it. I think it'll be amazing.
I've seen the advert for it. You know, like when he was saying, "Oh, I'm here to win. I don't give up," and all that kind of stuff. Man. I think he would be interested.
Is he going to take one up the arse for the team then?
Yeah. You know, that's something hard. Thanks, Brett. Yeah, I do think I do think the $1 Million Bogan is trying to not do what he's been doing before. I think he is trying to improve his videos.
If he can improve it, I'll come back. But it's been the same. It's been the same old plane for the last 2 years, and you need to up. As I always say, you don't get no. It's all over my website. No points for second place. So get to first place. You need to be up there playing the game.
I like the guys in the shop. The guy that runs the actual.
That is good.
He's funny.
Amazing. If he had his own channel, it'd be amazing. He just tells it as it is as well, doesn't he? Don't take no shit, does he? It's brilliant.
He'll probably get
so un-PC. Yeah,
I like
brilliant.
I did like the video that he did with the flamethrower coming at the back of the bike.
Yes. So naughty, isn't it?
It's one of the things that's like, we'll have to wait till night time to do it, you know what I mean, and have this flame coming out. And I just sat there and I says, how long have they spent doing this for a 4-minute video? So I guarantee Hells on Two Wheels bike will do that anyway.
Oh, God, yes.
You might find out in the next couple of weeks.
So what's hell's on?
Challenge
Quick
accepted.
smoke break, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to go for 3 foot flames. I like it.
How many bikes have you got, Els, on 2 wheels? How many bikes you got in there in the garage? Are they all yours, are they? 2?
Yeah.
Just 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Lovely garage as well. What size that garage? You can't get that in the UK, can you?
No.
It's like a shed.
No. Whose
Horrendous.
whose house is that? Your house as well? House on 2 wheels.
This is Airbnb. I rented for.
Right, okay. Right. I
No,
was
I got rid
thinking
of my
away. I'm like, damn, I'm in the wrong game. You know? But no, it's nice. Nice big garage though, so
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Lowrider S, 2020 Lowrider S, and the 2020 Road Glide. So,
right. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappeared then. Yeah.
Oh.
And they're very, very nice.
both of
Right.
them blast.
There's a guy 4 doors down from me. He's got the lowrider S, and I think he's put a big set of T-bars on his, and he's in a motorcycle club, so he's got the big T-bars and
Kind of bro style.
yeah, kind of that, yeah. And he's got a new set of exhaust and all that kind of stuff. You hear it leaving in the morning. It sounds nice, but I don't know. I do like them. I really fancy one, but I'm on the fence with it because I'm so used to my big street glide. You know, having the stereo and all that kind of thing. I'm almost like
hanging on.
The stereo.
yeah, exactly,
All the things you could have said.
You know what I mean?
All the things you could have said, and I love having me stereo.
If I could have aircon, I would.
It's called flicking your visor open.
Because
when we came down
when I take my wife's bike out for a ride, the first thing I'm thinking is I can't even listen to my music. You know?
Yeah, because when we came down to Daytona, my Road Glide wasn't ready, so that's how we ended up with the Lowrider. We went and got the Lowrider,
Right.
Yeah.
and rode it around for a couple of weeks. Got back on the Road Glide, and I was just like, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm not getting beat to death. I'm not having to hang on. Oh, I can hear music. Oh, my back's not killing me after 500 miles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. I do. I've got my street glide. I put my music on. When I get to a certain speed, I put my cruise control on. Kick back, put my feet up, and I go. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Jim's bike's an upside down bar stool.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Maybe down your way they sit on these upside down bar stools. But men are men.
Yeah.
But go downtown, zip around stuff. I love the Lowrider. Get on it. It's light, small, just fun to ride.
Yeah.
Versus having a big bike trying to ride it everywhere.
But you know one of the things in the UK, and I think there's certain parts of the States that you can't do it in. You know, like the Americans call it lane splitting. I just call it filtering.
Filtering.
Yeah.
Filtering. I can filter in the street glide, no problem. Straight through, you know.
Is that because there's no traffic in Scotland?
Basically.
Yeah, this is going through a herd of cattle.
Amazing up there.
Scotland's awesome. Don't mock the Scots.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, not at all, mate. I love it up there.
I'm Scottish.
There you go. Some of the guys I've seen say that had a good live stream. So, yeah, no. So I've seen the Triumph Electric, and then I've seen a couple other bikes coming out. But I think everybody's now trying to jump on the bandwagon, trying to get the electric bug, and they're trying to make things more economical and all these other wonderful things. Because I've seen another bike, and what was it? What were they saying? It was the KTM. Have you seen what KTM are trying to do now as well?
Nah,
so
haven't seen that
KTM
one.
now trying to revamp all their small bikes. You know, like the 125 that they have, the 250, the 390, I think it is, and they're all now trying to revamp all these things because they realise that there's more money in the smaller bikes now than there is in the bigger CC. So.
All right.
I'm not sure. Like more commuter style. I don't know. So
A lot of Deliveroo drivers around nowadays, isn't they?
oh, that's for sure. The guy delivering my Uber Eats needs to speed it up. He needs the 390.
H2.
Oh, then get H2. I want my
Yeah.
when I get my McDonald's, I want my McDonald's delivered hot. All right.
Yep.
So get that get that H2 Kawasaki ordered and get to it. You know.
Did the Uber drivers not have them in Dubai?
The
Probably.
Uber drivers in Dubai that I used all drive Lexuses, and the Just Eat guys are only using the it's an electric scooter they were using when I was there.
Right.
But most of them are all so the Uber drivers that I used to get about had the Lexus, and it was LC. Is it the 3-liter one? I can't remember, the 340 or something. They're all fancy. They're all fancy big Lexuses.
That's a good point, actually. You saying that out there, because I know with like our radios in the military, they don't like the heat with the lithium batteries and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like they don't like the cold. The other side of it is they don't like the extreme. I wonder how they cope with that out there.
I
wonder if it affects them or not.
I know the normal taxi drivers that were in Dubai when I was there. They're not using normal petrol cars, and they're just, like Hyundai something. I don't get Land Rover, I think it was, or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They still can't drive. You know what I mean? They just literally just go like this in and out the lanes. And are you okay back there, sir? Yes.
That's mental.
With your £12 latte.
Oh, I know. I was standing there with my, standing there waiting for my Uber with my caramel macchiato. Taxi! And I went, no, I'll drink my coffee first, so.
Is that Starbucks, was it, Gareth?
Yeah.
Oh, damn right, yeah. Starbucks, man.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
They ripped me right off.
Yeah,
£7.
Who got ripped off
£7
for a coffee?
£6. I've got 2 coffees. I thought, well, I'll go in there. I just want a regular coffee. It's like a new one that opens. It's like a drive-through one you can go into as well. I walked in, and £6 for 2 black Americanos. There's nothing in it. It's hot water.
What makes it Americano?
For 2 coffees.
Follow.
I don't know what you call them out in America. I bet you just. What would you call the Americano in America?
The social thing. It's not about the coffee. It's about socialising with your friends.
You can't know, can you? Because
I'll put a price on that.
I'm surprised you people at Starbucks are not my friends. You go
for a coffee. Go for a coffee in America, and they'll like $4. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're English? That's $6.
Do you know what? I go to McDonald's. I filled up my card. I can get a free one out of McDonald's. McDonald's coffee is amazing.
Yeah, depends.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Jim, I'm now going to rename you as Two Coats.
2 what?
I as 2 coats of paint.
He's double fisting.
But no, honestly, when I was in Dubai, it cost me £9 for a pint of beer, and it was about £6 something for a coffee. So,
mind you, I can understand that though, because it's
ridiculous.
Cost of living.
I went to the Dubai Mall. Now, I wasn't looking at the women's shoes, like for myself, obviously, but I was just walking by, and there was brands in the place I didn't even recognise. £16,000 for a pair of shoes. 16 grand. And I
get
was
a low rider S for that.
Oh, I know. But the guy here's the best part: when the guy picked me up at the hotel and said, "Where do you want?"
Hold on, you got picked up by a bloke at a hotel.
Oh, yeah. I even do it on a phone now.
Oh, right. Is that what's that? What they call that? That's that app, isn't it? It's Grinder. Is it Grinder?
Tinder Grinder.
So the guy goes to me, where do you want me to drop you off at the Dubai Mall? And I mean, I don't know. I've never been before. And he says, I'll drop you off at the Fashion District. And I got out and I've got jeans on, a t-shirt, and a baseball cap. And I went, I think I'm in the wrong area.
Yeah. I say that all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, And I'm not going to pay £16,000 for a pair of shoes. I don't think
No,
that bad.
some serious money.
You know? And then outside that mall, there was a Mercedes G-Wagon, there was the Bugatti Veyrons, they were all parked there. I've got videos of all, and I just went, this is where like real money is. You know, but it's, you know what I mean? I can understand why there's such a lot of abandoned cars in the place as well, because
they do that, don't they?
they abandon them.
That's what you do out in Kuwait. They would drive there when I was out in Kuwait. They would like, you'd leave these like luxury cars and just like, I'll get fed up.
Yeah,
park it out and leave it on the side of the road.
It's like a friend of mine, because obviously before I was a bike blogger, I was a professional DJ. We used to do a roller skating rink in Milton Keynes called Rollers back in the 90s. And obviously we all went our own way. I went off to Pinewood Studios, became a DJ for Pinewood Studios at their hotel. My friend Simon used to do the Manchester clubs and the London clubs, and he used to play a lot of trance and house and like but he did a lot of this double decks and all the scratching and all that. He was in a club one night, and this guy came up and said, I want you to come and do my party. And he went, yeah, all right, where are you? He said, I live in Dubai.
Right.
All right.
All right.
He said, if I flew you to Dubai, done the weekend and flew you back, how much would you charge me to do the gig? And he went, well, I charge 500 quid a gig. And he went, don't be stupid, that's pocket change. And he went, give me a price. And he went, well, all right, £5,000. And the guy went, all right. And he went, okay. It turned out to be one of the Royal Jordanian princes. And he went out and did the gig in Dubai.
Right.
Absolutely stormed it. They'd never seen an English DJ play house and garage and R&B and scratched on the decks. And the guy went, I own a club in Dubai. Do you want to come and DJ for me? And he went, okay. Yeah. He said, how much would you pay me? And he went, well, what do you earn per year in England? He said, well, I earn about 32 grand in England. And he went, you can earn that a night in Dubai. And he went, I'll tell you what. He said, I'll pay you 50 grand a year. He said, you work every Friday and Saturday night in my club, and I'll put you up in a hotel. And he went, okay, yeah. Flew him out. He took his girlfriend with him out to Dubai. He said, the only thing, if you take your girlfriend with you, if she goes out, she's got to be covered up, blah, blah, blah. It's all, these are the rules of Dubai, blah, blah, blah. He's gone out and moved over there. He moved out 5 years ago. He got a job as a school teacher, but he's still DJing in the club at the weekend. He sent me a link last week, and he went, guess what? He said, his name's Simon, good mate of mine. And he said, guess what? He said, I've got a gig in Dubai. He said, I'm gigging with this guy. Don't know if you can actually read that. There we go. So Simon's in there.
Right.
He's gigging with that. He's gigging with that guy.
Wow.
Yeah. That was one of his
money in.
And that was one of his gigs. So obviously that was 07. But he's been out in Dubai for 10 years now. And I said to him, how are you doing? We do a lot of obviously what they call them, Zoom meetings with all the DJs. And I said to him, how are you doing? He said, I'm loving it. He said, I've moved to Dubai. He said, I wouldn't go anywhere else in the world. He said, I can't, he said, I go down, and he said, everybody knows me. I can walk into a shop. He said, the respect in Dubai is totally different from the respect you get in England. Everybody is really, really friendly. So you walk into a shop in England, what do you want? Whoa. And he loves it out there. And I'm like, oh, he's felt.
Is that Southern hospitality?
Yeah. It's just,
well, the thing is, right, and it's not anything disrespectful towards anybody who wants to live there. It's the financial side of it is quite scary because if you think about how much things cost, right, the average wage here in the UK is what, £18,000 a year or
18, 19, yeah.
Right. It was like you couldn't survive in Dubai on that.
Nah.
At all.
Nah.
Just to normally live, because when I went to get some like things to survive for that 5 or 6 days, a can of Coke cost me a couple of pounds. It's almost like double what it would cost me here right away. You would need 36 grand just to live like a normal person in Dubai. Not never mind a lot of luxuries about socialising and going out for a pint of beer with your friends. It's not for me. I mean, I like it to visit, but I would never stay. It's just It's not my life.
I tend to like Cyprus because Cyprus is exactly the same. We've got friends in Cyprus, and the first time we went out there, and I said to him, I said, you know, he's open top car, and he parks it outside his bar, and he's got his phone sitting on the dashboard, he's got his wallet sitting there. I went, and you worried about thieves? And he went, no. He said, in Cyprus, he said, you don't steal anything. He said, the only thieving we get is when the foreigners come over.
Yeah. Right.
He said, we leave our front doors unlocked all night. He said, the cars are sat on the drive with the keys in the ignition. He said, we don't worry about crime over here. He said, but if you steal in Cyprus, the Cyprus police beat the crap out of you.
Fuck around.
Yeah, they don't mess around out there.
So guys, I'm going to call this one at 2 hours for the live stream, so in 10 minutes, right? So one of the things I like to do before everybody calls off is there's a few people watching. It's just everybody go through and introduce themselves and their channel, what it's all about. And if you're not subscribed to these guys, make sure you do. And there, so I'll start off with, I would usually go to George Michael, but I'll go right to Wibbly. And then we'll work our way right back, and then I'll call it quits at that. So, right, Mr. Wibbly Wobbly Harley Boy.
Hello.
It's all yours for the next couple of minutes.
Just a quick one. I'm Ben. I'm the Wibbly Wobbly Harley Boy, and my channel is mainly going to be about bike rallies, camping, stuff like that. I ride a 1200cc Sportster, which is quite modified. I did quite a bit of work on it last year. Powder coated rims, nice paint job.
Cool.
Yeah, that's about it really. Hoping to get out a lot more this year. Obviously when things get lifted, and I've already got a couple of rallies booked. Just like small ones, probably a couple hundred people, as long as they still go ahead. But obviously the bigger ones like Thunder in the Glens and stuff like that, they've all been knocked on the head this year. So I'll just have to get by with some little events this year, and then hopefully next year. Keep saying next year. It's gonna
next year.
It's gonna be better. So yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Right, so anybody who's not subscribed to this man, click the button, do the thing. Right, next is Mr. Jim Diesel and the Cookie Monster.
Hi, I'm Jim Diesel. I have the Jim Diesel channel. I ride a Aprilia RSB 1000. And I normally do downloads on a Monday and a Friday, sometimes at the weekends, sometimes do a live stream on a Wednesday. Yeah, and what do I normally do? I like to do review biker haunts as well. You know, go where places that are biker friendly, go to get burgers and stuff. So.
Yeah, no,
but that's all blown out the water in a minute, so I can't do any of that.
Yeah,
so.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, and upsetting Hayabusa owners with my videos, reviews of their Hayabusa.
We like to upset them. So we're going to go to Mr. Hells on Two Wheels. Come on then.
Hells on Two Wheels. It's actually me and my better half, which is sitting over there.
Is she? Hello.
She's just flashing boobs at me, trying to make me laugh.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Hey, we are a crazy crew. You never know what you're going to get with us. Our channel, if you haven't subscribed, check it out. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all above.
Yeah.
We're traveling 48 states, meeting people, going to different places, rallies, rides. We're also going to be a part of the Guinness Book of World Records poker run this year.
Right.
And just to plug one more thing, tomorrow night we're going to be having a telethon, YouTube channel-a-thon, whatever you want to call it. We'll be on it. And what we're doing is we're raising money so we can actually send veterans on this ride.
Cool.
Completely free of charge.
Yeah, well done.
Drop me a link on that. I'm up for the vet, so I'll pop you over $20, buddy.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
And just follow us. You never know. We don't have plans. We just ride and do crazy stuff. So.
Oh, hey, that's what it's all about, my man. That's what it's all about.
I'm still trying to muscle an alligator, but I can't find one yet.
Yeah.
Right, Rev Bob, go for it. You can close it out.
All right, so my name's RevBomb. Obviously, easiest way to find all my stuff, www.revbomb.co.uk. There's links there for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the YouTube. If you do go onto my YouTube, all these guys here and all the bikers that I follow are all in the comments. Every single video I post, roll to the bottom. Every single biker that I follow is down there. All these guys are 100%. I would rate these guys. It's really good crew. There's a lot more that aren't in the room at the moment, but obviously they do post on a regular basis. Ride for Eclipse Motorcycles in Milton Keynes. We're a Lexmodo dealer. We do big bikes, but tend to do a lot of Lexmodo 125 rides for the customer. I'm just me. I just do what I do. I enjoy what I do. I've got a passion for biking. I always say, if you can't be the first, there's no points for second place. But it's all about being humble. There's too many people that are up their own arses on YouTube thinking they're huge motor vloggers, and they're not. I'm just me. I do what I do because I've got a passion for what I do, and I love my job. I love my bikes. But the main thing is, all these guys here, they've all got a passion for YouTube. So if you are following us, obviously have a look at the comments on my section. All the bikers are in there. Give these guys a follow. And that's it. RevBomb out.
Super, thank you. And
polishing his helmet.
The Rurock Assassin. There we go. Yeah, the Rurock Assassin obviously was in here earlier on. I'm sure everybody who was watching Mr. Bikes, Beers and Brews, I'll help him out a little bit. If you've not followed him, go subscribe to his channel and look at his recent video upload on the. There we go. You know, get the thing out there. The Rurock Assassin. You know, we must be popular right now for the next probably few days. So that's awesome. And yes, I am Gareth from Burning Gas Hauling Ass. My channel is about our lifestyle, which revolves around Harley Davidsons, my wife and I. Up until quarantine, we did a lot of traveling, and hopefully once quarantine finishes, we will go back to that traveling. And right now we'll go around Scotland and we'll just be having a good time on camera for everybody to enjoy. So that is all. Everybody, thank you for joining into the live stream tonight. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Really enjoyed all the channel, enjoyed the chat. Say been a couple hours is enough for me at the moment because I'm just back. So
no problems.
I'll probably catch up with everybody again in a couple of weeks. But yeah, good to see everybody again. And good night, guys. All right.
See you later.
Have a good evening, Gareth. See you later, Jim. See you, Whibley.
See you later, Rev.
Take care, guys.
See you, Rev.
Hey, guys.
Bye.